sabine, and wind. Flood advisory in effect until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. What urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected? Where a portion of northwest Louisiana, including the following parishes, Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. When until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Impacts minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. Water over roadways. Ponding of water in urban or other areas is occurring or is
imminent. Everybody will get started in a minute.
Additional details at 11:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Doppler radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms. This will cause urban and small stream flooding. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall.
All right, buddy, we are on a flash flood warning in Louisiana. Give me just a minute to get everything started up.
Rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Greenwood, Stonewall, Logansport, Fosters, South Mansfield, Keachie, Grand Cane, Longstreet, Keyville, Kickapoo, Gloucester, Reed's Store, Frierson, Spring Ridge, Keepkai, Kingston, and Forbing. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most of flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. You're listening to your weather radio, station WXJ97, broadcasting in Shreveport on 162.4 megahertz. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Here's a look at local weather conditions as at 11 p.m. At the top of the hour, heavy rain and fog were reported in Shreveport. The temperature was 74 degrees.
Okay, it's flash flood warning in effect for Shreveport. Give me a minute. Like I said, I just had to start this at the last minute. It's going to take a minute to get everything going.
The pressure was 29.91 inches and rising. In Bossier City and Barksdale Air Force Base, light rain was falling with a temperature of 73 degrees. The dew point was 72.
Good evening, everybody, though. Thank you for joining me. We're near Shreveport right now, and like I said, it will be a little bit before I can get everything going.
The pressure was 29.89 inches and falling. And in downtown Shreveport, light rain was falling. The temperature was 74 degrees. And winds were east at 9 miles an hour. Once again in Shreveport, it was 74 degrees with heavy rain and fog reported at 11 p.m. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a flash flood warning for southern Bossier Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southwestern Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana, central DeSoto Parish in northwestern Louisiana until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard, flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source, radar. Impact, flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Houghton, Greenwood, Stonewall, Fosters, Eastwood, South Mansfield, Keachie, Grand Cane, Frierson, Forbing, Keyville, Robson, Kingston, Taylortown, Gloucester, Reed's Store, and Kickapoo. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most of flood deaths occur in vehicles. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana, Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. What? Flooding caused by excess...
Everybody, we're near Shreveport. Near Shreveport right now. Flash flood warning is in effect for Shreveport, Louisiana. This came through at the last minute. now we're approaching the west side of Shreveport. The flash flood warning includes Shreveport all the way down to Mansfield. Between 2 and 3 inches of rainfall has already fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or is expected shortly. Thanks for joining me. We are live again. I told you it might be 20 minutes, it might be 20 hours, but we would have the live stream back up for something. One of the products that I use in this situation to look at rainfall amounts, holy cow, is a 1 hour precip. It definitely looks like about 3 inches of rain has fallen near Kingston. So I'm thinking somewhere between Frierson and Elm Grove is good. I've got Elm Grove in the GPS right now. Glad everybody's around to join me here this evening. I'm kind of surprised by the area that they put the flash flood warning though. Water on the road here already, it feels like. Enable that here. If you live east, especially east of, what highway is this again? Mansfield. East of 171, or even better yet, east of 49, I-49, there's probably the hot zone for this flash flooding. I don't see any reports coming up of it yet, though. See any actual reports popping up, so we'll see. We might be the report. Who knows? How quickly we had to throw the chat or the stream together. It's really tough for me to monitor the chat at all, so just be advised I'm not ignoring anybody. anybody in this flash flood warning box probably should take it pretty seriously because, like I said, about 3 inches of rain has fallen in the past hour. And I've been watching this cluster of storms for quite a while. That cluster that was way back down there near Carthage, Texas, when we actually ended the first live stream. Good amount of water here on the road. This is actually a raised road. This is like an overpass. So. Live here for this. Why is everybody stopping? What's going on here? Hope there's not an accident up here. I want to take exit 20 here. I don't know what state route that is. 67 or something? 71. Can actually see got some street flooding already, minor street flooding. Tires we have on here are excellent. I have not hydroplaned once, knock on wood. Super impressed with these excellent tires. trying to find that sweet spot where the wipers aren't on too much, but they're on enough. There's some water. We're effectively washing the underside of the car right now. Honestly, it's probably good for it. Thanks everybody for joining me though. It's could be eventful, could be uneventful, I have no idea. Let's see what happens here. Looks like this thing's not really losing any steam. I did activate the radar Omega feeds. For the sake of this being a pretty major metropolitan area. I don't think this is going to be a super long live stream. I'm going to be completely honest, folks. I don't think we've got any sort of like major flooding going on. We'd be seeing reports of it by now. But it's entirely possible that we've got some minor flooding happening. And I'm not saying that it could escalate. It does look like, a friend of mine mentioned that there were some rivers down here. And it does look like maybe by the county border that there's a river that's the border. With possibly being a low-lying area with a body of water could spell trouble.
Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana: Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and northeast Texas, including the following counties and parishes in Arkansas: Columbia, Lafayette, Miller, and Union. In Louisiana: Bienville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Union, and Webster. In northeast Texas: Bowie, Camp, Cass, Franklin, Gray, Harrison, Marion, Morris, Panola, Red River, www.weather.gov/safety/flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings.
Really,
Those living in areas prone to flooding.
you can actually see more, that you can tell the depth of the water on the road a little bit better here now that we're away from the street lights. Street lights were kind of reflecting off, but now you can see that there's probably a good ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of water on the road.
DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Newton, and Webster in the following counties in Texas: Gordy, Kent, Cass, Franklin, Gregg, Harrison, Marion, Morris, Panola, Red River, Rusk, Smith, Titus, Upshur, and Wood in the following counties in Arkansas: Columbia, Lafayette, Little and Union. Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. What flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible? Where portions of Louisiana and Texas, including the following counties and parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Grant, Wausau, Natchitoches, Sabine, and Wynne. In Texas: Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Sabine, St. Augustine, and Shelby. When? Through Tuesday evening. Impacts: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Low water crossings may be flooded. Additional details: additional heavy rainfall may continue beyond Tuesday. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following counties in Texas: Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Sabine, St. Augustine, and Shelby, and the following parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Grant, Natchitoches, Sabine, and Wynne. Flood advisory in effect until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. What? Urban.
Okay, everybody, so we are still in the flash flood warning. What in the heck is this? Okay. That's different. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Get the floodlights on the side here. I'm looking for. My windows are tinted so dark. Well, I gotta roll them down to see out of them. You can see some ponding in the ditches and everything.
Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Greenwood, Stonewall, Logansport, Fosters, South Mansfield, Peachy, Grand King, Longstreet, Chico, Kimbrell, Gloucester, Reed Store, Frierson, Spring Ridge, Keeptie, Kingston, and Corbin. Turn around. Don't.
Oh wow, we got a lot of water in the ditch.
Most of flood depths.
Ditches are probably about 3 foot deep.
Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding.
Oh yeah.
You're listening to your weather radio, station WXJ97, broadcasting in Shreveport on 162.4 megahertz. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Give us a look at local weather conditions as it allows.
Thank you everybody for joining me. I can't really monitor the chat right now. These flash flood events get pretty serious.
For the following parishes in Louisiana, flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. Twice, flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and northeast Texas, including the following counties and parishes in Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Little Angeles, Louisiana, Danville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Ewing, and Webster. In northeast Texas, Gordy, Camp, Franklin, Grand, Harrison, Marion, Morris, Panola, Red River, Rush, Smith, Tyrus, Ulster, and Wood. When, in Tuesday evening, impact, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and small-drawn locations. Flooding may occur in core drainage and urban areas. Additional details, additional heavy rainfall may continue beyond Tuesday. http://www.weather.gov/safety/. Floods to monitor later forecasts and the alerts for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. A flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana: Danville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Ewing, and Webster, and the following counties in Texas: Gordy, Camp, Franklin, Grand, Harrison, Marion, Morris, Panola, Red River, Rush, Smith,
see if I can get
Ulster, and Wood, and the following counties in Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Little Angeles. Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. West, flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where portions of Louisiana and Texas, including the following counties and parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Green, Wausau, Hampton, Savannah, and Lynn. In Texas, Angelina, Cherokee, Massachusetts, San Augustine, and Shelby. Where is Tuesday evening? Impact, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, streams, and other low-lying and small-drawn locations. Flooding may occur in core drainage and urban areas. Low water crossings may be flooded. Additional details, additional heavy rainfall may continue beyond Tuesday. http://www.weather.gov/safety/. Floods should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action A flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesdays for the following counties in Texas: Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Savannah, San Augustine, and Shelby, and the following parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Grant, Natchitoches, Savannah, and Wayne. Flood advisory in effect until 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. What? Urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfalls is expected. Where? A portion of northwest Louisiana, including the following parishes: Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. When? Until 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Impacts: minor flooding in the O-line and forward drainage areas. Water over roadways. Ponding of water in urban or other areas is occurring or is imminent. Additional details: at 11:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms. This will cause urban and small stream flooding. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Greenwood, Stonewall, Logansport, Fosters, South Mansfield, PG, Grand Cane, Longstreet, Keysville, Hugo, Gloucester, Reed's Store, Frierson, Spring Ridge, Cape Tie, Kingston, and Forbing. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. You are listening to your weather radio, station WXJ97, broadcasting in Shreveport on 162.4 megahertz. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Here's a look at local weather conditions as of midnight. At the top of the hour, light rain was falling in Shreveport.
Guys, that's definitely the ditch full of
was
water.
74 degrees at the regional airport. The dew point was
Let me look at the radar data here.
Relative humidity.
Trying to see if there's any way to get to this river. So I go down and see if we can catch a spot. Catch a spot where where we can catch the stream or the river, stream, creek, whatever it is, intersecting the road. We're approaching about 2 miles away from where the water probably is up to the road. Here the river comes right up to the road, so I want to see if we've actually got flooding from it. If possible. Another mile here yet.
Daylight time. It's 11:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Shreveport, Louisville City, Mansfield, Taunton, Greenwood, Stonewall, Foster, Eastwood, South Mansfield, Grand King, Frierson, Corbin, Keyville, Rochester, Houston, Yellowtown, Gloucester, Store, and Kickapoo. Turn around, don't travel in and encountering flooded roads. Most of flood damage occur in vehicles. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana: Owensboro, Cataway, DeSoto. Flooding warning counties and parishes in Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Little Annie. In Louisiana, Gainesville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Union, and Webster. In northeast Texas, Gordy, Camp, Cass, Franklin, Gray, Harrison, Marion, Morris, Panola, Red River, Rusk, Smith, Titus, Upshur, and Wood. When, through Tuesday evening, impacts, excessive runoff may result in the flooding of rivers, streams, and other low and flood locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Additional details, additional heavy rainfall may continue.
I think the river's on the other side of that bank.
http://w.
I think that's like a levee on the right. Looks like a levee.
Monitor later forecasts and the alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. A flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana: Gainesville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Union, and Webster, and the following counties: Texas, Gordy, Camp, Cass, Franklin, Gray, Harrison, Marion, Morris, Panola, Red River, Rusk, Smith, Titus, Upshur, and Wood, and the following counties in Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Little Annie.
It's like a pump station.
Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of Louisiana and Texas, including the following counties and parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Grant, Wausau, Natchitoches, Sabine, and Wynn. In Texas, Angelina, St. Augustine, and Shelby. When? Through Tuesday evening. Impacts. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flood, you should monitor later forecasts and for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following counties in Texas: Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Sabine, St. Augustine, and Shelby, and the following parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Grant, Natchitoches, Sabine, and Wynn. Flood advisory in effect until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. What? Urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. Where? A portion of northwest Louisiana, including the following parishes: Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. When? Until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Impacts: minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. Water over roadways. Clogging of water in urban or other areas is occurring or is imminent. Additional details at 11:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Butler radar indicating heavy rain due to thunderstorms. This will cause urban and small stream flooding. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain has fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Greenwood, Stonewall, Logansport, Foster, South Mansfield.
Alright, so I'm just looking for any areas that look like they could flood.
Gloucester, Reed Store, Ferguson, Springwood,
Side roads.
Sunset, and Fleming. Turn around. Don't
Should have a side road up here, maybe?
Most of flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. You are listening to your weather radio, station WXG97, broadcasting in Shreveport on 162.4 megahertz. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Here's a look at local weather conditions as of midnight. At the top of the hour, light rain was falling in Shreveport.
There's our road.
The temperature was 74 degrees at the regional airport. The dew point was 72, making the relative humidity 93%. Wind.
Oh, that's not our road. That's got a gate on it. Yep, sure does. Never mind.
a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Houghton, Greenwood, Stonewall, Fosters, Eastwood, South Mansfield, Keachie, Grand King, Frierson, Forbing, Keyville, Robson, Kingston, Taylortown, Gloucester, Reed Store, and Kickapoo. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most of flood deaths occur in vehicles. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana: Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. What? Flooding. Excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and northeast Texas, including the following
No, maybe not.
counties:
Got a lot of standing water on it.
Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Miller, and Union. In Louisiana, Gainesville, Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Jackson, Lincoln, Washita, Red River, Union, and Webster. In northeast Texas, Bowie, Camp, Cass, Franklin, Gray, Red River, Busk, Smith, Titus, Upshur, and Wood. When, through Tuesday evening, impacts: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Additional details: additional heavy rainfall may continue on Tuesday. http://www.weather.gov/. Flood, you should monitor latest forecasts and be alert for possible flood flows. When flooded, should be prepared to take action to flood.
Oh, an owl. Look at that.
A flood watch remains in effect. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana:
Never seen an owl on stream.
Bossier, Caddo, Claiborne, DeSoto, Lincoln.
This road would be underwater if we had just a couple more inches, if we had just another half an inch, I think.
In Texas, Bowie, Camp, Franklin, Craig,
Real close to being under.
Morris, Panola, Red River, Rusk, Smith, Titus, Upshur, and Wood, and the following counties: in Arkansas, Columbia, Lafayette, Miller, and Union. Flood watch remains in effect through Tuesday evening. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of Louisiana and Texas, West, Tuesday evening. Impacts. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Low water crossings may be flooded. Additional details. Additional heavy rainfall may continue beyond Tuesday. http://www.weather.gov/safety/ Flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following counties: in Texas, Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Sweden, San Augustine, and Shelby. In the following parishes: in Louisiana, Caldwell, Grant, Natchitoches, Sabine, and Wayne. Flood advisory in effect until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. West, urban small stream flooding by excessive rainfall is expected. Where a portion of northwest Louisiana, including the following parishes: Bossier, Caddo, and DeSoto. When until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Impacts: minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. Water overways.
Hang on, guys. We gotta actually go back down there.
Or other areas is occurring or is imminent. Additional details. 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
That's a subdivision, I think. Hey, that actually accesses the river. In fact, there's a sign here that literally says river lots for sale.
Additional rainfall
Let me just peek up on top of this hill real quick. We probably need to go back down.
Additional rain will result in minor flooding.
Yeah, there's nothing
Some
here.
locations that will experience flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Greenwood, Stonewall, Logansport, Fosters, South Mansfield, Peachy, Grand Cane, Longstreet, Keyville, Hillsborough, Gloucester, Reed Store, Frierson, Spring Ridge, Peakine, Kingston, and Fleming. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most of flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flooding. You're listening to the Weather Radio, Station WXG 97, broadcasting in Shreveport on 162.4 MHz. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Here to be the typical weather conditions as of midnight. At the top of the hour, light rain was falling in Shreveport. The temperature was 74 degrees at the regional airport. The dew point was 72, making relative humidity 93%. Winds northeast at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.90 and steady. Those were 16 March 4th base. Heavy rain was falling with a temperature of 72 degrees. The dew point was 71. The relative humidity 96%. Winds were southeast at 6 miles an hour. The pressure 29.90. Downtown Shreveport, Central, fog, morning.
This is like a subdivision that's under development or something, I guess.
Winds northeast at 9 miles an hour. Once again, Shreveport, it was 74 degrees with light rain falling at midnight. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has released a flash while warning for southern Bossier Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southwestern Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana, central DeSoto Parish in northwestern Louisiana, until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Luckily, I think this rain is actually going to move out of this area pretty quickly.
Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warm area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain has fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly.
Just a reminder to anybody, don't go out and do this unless you know what you're doing.
Source, radar.
Chasing floods and flash floods is actually very technical. There's a lot that goes into it. You have to have an understanding of topography. It's like right now I'm looking at the ditches, and the ditch on the left, that's really not a natural flow of water. The ditch on the right is. So that one on the left being a little bit high, that's also uphill. I'm not too concerned about it. The one on the right, I'm a little bit concerned with because it's creeping up to the road. But the rain, with the rainfall rate right now, it's not going to reach the road. So we're comfortable with this road right now, and it's paved. Also watching my elevation on the GPS here, and we're actually climbing a little bit. I think we're up on like the river bank here. There are some houses here. This is a cul-de-sac, so this is it. Alright. Well, that was that. Probably freaking these people in this house out. Lucky we're not getting more rain. Luckily these storms are moving at a respective pace. They're moving pretty slowly. I don't know exactly how slow, but they could be moving slower. Luckily they're not. If they were moving slower, we'd be getting even more rain in this area, and that would not be good. A lot of this is just flat, like farm field. Goes back here too. I'm looking at this on the satellite view on Google Maps right now to determine what is what and what goes where. This is a gravel road, so that's why it looks like it's not underwater. It's just a gravel road here. Looks like it ends right here, and this actually gives us a view of the. Actually, this gives us a view of the river, supposedly, according to the satellite. I think this is like the river bank or the levee, whatever we want to call it. Is it? No. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna find this darn river.
Urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. Where a portion of northwest Louisiana, including the following parishes, Caddo and DeSoto.
Jeez.
Until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Impacts: minor flooding in low and forward drainage areas. Water over roadways. Ponding of water in urban or other areas is occurring or is imminent.
like a service road.
Flood includes Stonewall, Logansport, Foster,
Yeah, most of this area is not developed yet. These are like service roads.
Gloucester, Reed Store, Frierson,
I'm surprised that this isn't under more water.
Turn around, north around, and encountering flooded roads. Most of flood depths currently inland.
Ooh, that's deep.
When it is harder to recognize the dangers of
Not
flooding.
the, not necessarily the water, but the,
Station WXG97
dip.
broadcasting in Shreveport on 162.4 megahertz. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Here's a look at local weather conditions as of midnight. At the top of the hour, light rain was falling in Shreveport. The temperature was 74 degrees at the regional airport. The dew point was 72, making the relative humidity 93%. Winds were east at 6 miles an hour.
These are like natural gas area things or something. We do need to give it hell though through here because that's really soft underneath that.
The dew point was 71, making the relative humidity 96%. Winds were southeast at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.91. Downtown Shreveport, heavy rain and fog were reported. Winds were east at 9 miles an hour. Shreveport, it was 74 degrees with light rain falling at midnight. The National Weather Service flood warning for southern Bossier Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southwestern Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana, central DeSoto Parish.
That's just steam from the exhaust.
Until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen.
I can't tell if that's... Yeah, don't go that way. Yeah, the bottom drops onto the gravel back there. And yeah, it's gravel in the center, but not where the wheel ruts are. So, no, if you go down this way, it's a cul-de-sac, but it's almost over the road, but that's about it. It's almost, but it's not gonna. So. I know it. I'm probably gonna go back up to 20. Yeah. I guess. Excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Additional details, additional heavy rainfall may continue beyond Tuesday. http://www.weather.gov/safety/. Water's actually come back down out of the ditches a little bit. It's draining very well.
Flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following parishes in Louisiana: Danville, Bossier, Caddo, Clay
What the hell is that? Jesus. That was almost a bad day. I think that's what we saw coming on the way down. Holy cow. I'm going to want to get up to I-20 here is my thinking. Just a light rain out here. Yeah, I don't know what that was, guys. I honestly have no idea. Train. Alright folks, so this flash flood warning is going to remain in effect here near Shreveport, Louisiana. I want to get little bit east in case this continues to be a threat for a while. Thanks everyone for joining me. I'm going to stay live for a little bit yet. I told you guys I figured we would have another shot here at a live stream before the morning. I kind of figured. Almost 500 people on right now in the middle of the night. It's crazy. What the hell are we following?
Where portions of Louisiana and Texas, including the following counties and parishes: Louisiana, Caldwell, Grant, Wausau, Natchez, Sabina, and Wynne. In Texas, Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Sabine, San Augustine, and Shelby. Wynne through Tuesday evening.
No, this guy just left his reverse lights on or whatever.
Resulting in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. No water crossing safety flooding. Additional details, additional heavy rainfall may be beyond Tuesday. Floods should monitor later forecast and alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take actions to flood and develop.
Back into Shreveport now. We'll go up here a little ways and figure out, we'll get a plan together here. It might be break time, I'm not sure. Alright guys, I think we're going to head east on 20. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the rest stop here on 20 and get the rain gear ready. And take a little bit of a break.
Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Low water crossings may be flooded. Additional details. Additional heavy rainfall flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following counties in Texas: Angelina, Cherokee, Nacogdoches, Sabine, San Augustine, and Shelby, and the following parishes in Louisiana: Caldwell, Grant.
Yeah, I want to take a little bit of a break here before anything goes nuts. It's possible that it won't, but if things look like they're going to get intense here, we're going to need to be fully focused on it. So I'm going to keep the stream up for a couple of more minutes, then we're going to end it because I need to take a bit of a break, and then we'll start the stream back up whenever something happens, which will probably be a couple of hours from now. But all of this precip is going to move east, so it just makes sense to be up on the interstate. Instead we could quickly move east.
Barksdale Air Force Base, heavy rain was falling with a temperature of 72 degrees. Wind 2.1 was 71, making the relative humidity 96%. Winds for southeast at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.91 inches and rising. In downtown Shreveport, heavy rain and fog were reported. The temperature was 73 degrees. Winds for east at 9 miles an hour. Once again in Shreveport, it was 74 degrees with light rain falling at midnight. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a flash flood warning for southern Bossier Parish in northwestern Louisiana, southwestern Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana, central DeSoto Parish in northwestern Louisiana until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 11:36 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience flash flooding include Shreveport, Bossier City, Mansfield, Houghton, Greenwood, Stonewall, Fosters, Eastwood, South Mansfield, Keachie, Grand Cane, Frierson, Forbing, Keyville, Robson, Kingston, Taylortown, Gloucester, Reed Store, and Kickapoo. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most of flood deaths occur in
This flash flood warning remains in effect. It includes Shreveport down to Mansfield. And with that, I'm actually gonna end the stream here. Stop at a rest area here or a spot to rest here for a little bit on 20. Get the rain gear ready. I did not get that out yet. Thanks for joining my last minute live stream. Like I said, if something were to happen and there's no more flooding, no more excitement, then I will still be live later tomorrow, or well, today now, later today, regardless. But if anything happens tonight yet, we'll go live again, like another flash flood warning with flash flooding looking a little bit more likely. We'll definitely go check it out. But the Weather Prediction Center issued a mesoscale precipitation discussion. That basically is indicating that the potential for flash flooding should continue for several hours yet across far eastern Texas, northern Louisiana, central Louisiana, and western Mississippi. So thank you again, everybody, for joining my live streams and supporting the channel. Have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you on my stream here in just a little bit. Take care.